It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, I'm here. I'm live. I'm on time. It's 6:30. Okay, well, 6:30. Maybe your clock says 6:31. It is time for the Geno Jones Show. I am here live, Monday through Friday. There was no live show yesterday, so there's a hockey team here. We have a minor league hockey team, the Stingrays, and I had to MC that game yesterday, so the schedules kind of clashed, but I'm here Thursday, Friday Eve, the next to last day of January, so still Happy New Year. If I haven't seen you since 2024, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles. All those who are watching me live, let me do something here. I just need to click on it. There we go. All right. Thanks for watching live. And if you're watching me live, jump in my chat room, say hi. Make sure, let me know that you can hear me. We had some technical difficulties Tuesday with my man, Sean Mitchell, our legal expert. Legal and political expert. So he's a brilliant brother, teaches at Chicago State University, teaches 3 classes, and runs this big nonprofit. Also is finishing up the bar, the Illinois bar. So he's a busy guy. So we had a great conversation. I hate you couldn't hear him. Some of y'all said you couldn't hear me, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me now. I've already kind of triple troubleshot everything. So I know video looks great. I can see the signal and my audio. I'm looking at my screen and my meters look good. So much for the technical stuff. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by City Vibes Bar and Lounge. Shout out to the owners, Corey and Kenya and Corey. They got their big anniversary, wedding anniversary, and Corey's birthday celebration Saturday night at 9730 Dorchester Road. So if you know everything, and I got the thumbs up. Thank you, my queen. Yes, thumbs up. That means everything is good in the neighborhood. So the big celebration for their wedding anniversary and Corey's birthday. Shout out to the Aquariuses, my firstborn, Lauren Shiana Hill Vaughn Boogie's birthday is coming up on February 12th. So Saturday, but then they're going to be celebrating Boogie's birthday. She's in Portland, Oregon. Anyway, so 9730 Dorchester Road. You don't want to miss it. Shout out to City Vibes and Corey and Kenya. Also, the Geno Jones Show brought to you by my good friends at the Crate Group, Kendrick Bannister. The big Gullah Harambe event. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be going on next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that would be the 6th, 7th, and 8th here. Multiple venues here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. You can go on Facebook and the Crate, C-R-A-T-E group, and you can see all the information. They have the entire calendar for the Gullah Harambe, and the great thing about the Gullah Harambe is that everything is free. Okay, so all right, shout out to everybody watching. Don't forget, hello, mother, how are you? Obviously, you can hear me. Very good. So I know my audio and my video is great. So let's pick up from where we left off. So things were crazy, and you had these executive orders from Felon 47, a.k.a. Orange Hitler, and a lot of states, their portals. So basically all the federal government and all these different agencies and departments and everything from SNAP benefits to Medicaid and Medicare payments. Let's see, what is it? I think Head Start. A lot of different government functions. Research for cancer. So Orange Hitler tried to freeze basically all federal money. So let me give you a quick civics lesson. That a president does not control the federal budget. All right? That's not his job. Just like, on your job. You got a president at your company, but the president ain't the business manager or the CFO. the chief financial officer really handles the money. Now, the CEO could make an executive decision, but here's your civics lesson. The way that this government works, according to the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, is that Congress, the House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate, they control the purse. Just pull up the Constitution and read it. That the legislative branch or the Congress, they decide, they disperse money. They are the ones that have to agree on a budget and how money's going to be spent. Now, the president, he can have his wishes. He can say this is what he wants, but he's got to work with Congress. He can't just wave a wand or write a pen. Now, he tried that because what's happening is your boy's trying to see how much he can get away with. How much, because obviously he's got a reputation of not obeying the law. All right. He is a convicted felon. So he just figures, I'm the president. I'm just going to act. He said I was going to be a dictator. Now, true to his word, he said on day one, and he started this shit on day one. But he effed around and found out that, all this stuff that he was going to do, he wants to do, is not as easy as he thought it was going to be. You have federal judges, people who have had lawsuits, different organizations and nonprofits. They had lawsuits in place suing, saying, yo, dude, you don't have it's against the law for you to just shut down all federal funding for like all federal programs. You don't have that power. The Congress controls the purse, the checkbook, how the money is dispersed, who gets paid, when they get paid. You do not determine that. And you just, with a stroke of a pen or waving your hand, or because you said it, make it happen that way. So he effed around and found out. But so I was doing a little homework. And because one of the things that was affected, like the portals, so federal housing vouchers, some people call them Section 8, which is really like when you hear people say, oh, that's a Section 8 person, they're really calling them like the N-word, kind of like DEI. They're using it as a slur or pejorative, which means like a negative word, a negative inference. They're talking down, a slur, basically. So I said, So like all the money, all the federal money for housing, so you got federal housing vouchers, and then cities, like in Chicago, the Chicago Housing Authority, they have vouchers you get through the city. Now, they do get some federal money. I don't know exactly how much, but some, and then there's some housing vouchers that are federal housing vouchers. So like that, like housing vouchers, programs like Meal on Wheels, the SNAP program, and so the SNAP program is basically like food stamps on a debit card. That's what the EBT card is. So that program, the SNAP program, Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. I think that's exactly what SNAP stands for. It's an acronym. I think what is it again? Now I forgot. I said it at the beginning. Like a sustain. Forget, that's not important. You can Google it. What is the acronym for SNAP? But basically it's Nutritional Assistance Program, Supplemental. There you go. When you're doing it live, you don't have a teleprompter. So I do believe SNAP, but Google, you can Google me and post it in the chat room. But I think it's Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, SNAP, SNAP, right? Right. Okay. So here we go. Even those money to that portal, all the money was frozen. So let's do a little homework. Let's talk about the housing vouchers, the federal housing assistance, the federal part of Section 8 housing vouchers. Because usually when you hear like how Section 8, especially your racist MAGA mentality, the racist white folks, or the black folks that engage in anti-blackness, or the Hispanic folks or Asians or whoever that engage in anti-blackness, they'll use Section 8 as a slur, negative slur, like a racial slur. Same thing when they talk about a SNAP, the SNAP program, the WIC program. So let's see who really uses these programs the most. So let's talk about the Section 8, the federal housing vouchers. 48% of people who receive a federal money or who is on or a part of the federal housing voucher program, 48% that get federal rental assistance, 48% of all the people who get that federal rental assistance or Section 8 are white people. Only 28% of people that get federal rental assistance are black. 18% Latino, Hispanic, 18%. So nearly half. So even if you added up all, let's see, 28 and 8, 46%. So even if you added up all the black people in America and all the Latino, Hispanic people in America who are a part of the federal rental assistance program or the Section 8 housing voucher program, the federal part of it, because there may be some states, may be like Illinois and Chicago, or cities may have their own housing voucher program. So black Americans and Hispanic Americans combined still are less than the amount of white people who get federal housing assistance. Did you know that? So that means a lot of poor and working class, even working class making decent money. Because you'll be, what you don't know is a lot of these like tall, new high-rise buildings, a lot of those buildings, a lot of those developments, some of the money that they use to build those beautiful high-rise apartments, some of that money they got from the federal government. And they are required by law to where if you have received any federal assistance, any federal money to build your big, beautiful, shiny high-rise, you are required to have it's not a big amount. I don't know the exact number, maybe 10%. I guess it depends on how much money you got from the federal government. So maybe if you got, now this is not an exact figure, but in theory, this is how that works. So if you just built a big, shiny new high-rise on the south side of Chicago, or on the north side, or in Midtown Manhattan, or in Midtown Atlanta, or Buckhead, or wherever, and you got the state 15% of the money that was used to build that, 15% of that money you got in terms of like grants or money from the federal government. That means you are required by law to have basically 15% of the people who rent or lease an apartment in your building or townhome. You are required to offer basically the section or allow those people who can qualify for a Section 8 program. Half of the residents or 15% of the residents are going to be required to be a part of the Section 8 program. So if it's 10%, if you got 10% of the money you got to build that high rise from the federal government, then 10% of the residents in your high rise have to be a part of the Section 8 program. So you didn't know that. So there's some really nice high-rise apartment buildings and townhomes, and people riding around in nice cars and stuff, dressed nice, but are getting rental assistance and doing it legally. They're not cheating or beating the system, because looks can be deceiving. But so you didn't know that. But 48% of all the people that receive federal rental assistance, Section 8 federal Section 8 housing vouchers are white. Only 28% are black, 18% are Hispanics. Let's talk about Meals on Wheels. If you got an elderly parent or grandparent, a lot of times on a fixed income, there's a federal program, Meals on Wheels, where they literally bring meals by car. Hence the term, phrase, the name, Meals on Wheels. That people, part of this program, they will drive to your home or your apartment, and they will bring you a meal. So you're saying, oh yeah, probably nothing but, them DEI, them N-words. Well, not exactly. How many people, see, I got notes. I did my homework, I got notes. There we go. Hold on, let me just do this here. Even though I know it by heart, but I got you. 71% of the people in America who receive Meals on Wheels are white people. How many percent of black Americans are part of the Meals on Wheels program? 16%. 7% of Hispanic Latino Americans get food from the Meals on Wheels program. 71%, did you know that? Did you know that 48% of all those that receive federal housing assistance Section 8 are white and only 28% are black? So why am I giving you those stats? Because a lot of those people, a lot of those red hat, MAGA, racist, anti-black, misogynist, sexist, transphobic, homophobic folks chanting, DEI. Because like everything that happens, anything bad that happens, any natural disaster is going to be DEI. Because this fool 47, you had a horrible crash, and my prayers go out to the family of all those people. I think a total of 67 people lost their lives. You had a Black Hawk military helicopter flew into a smaller commercial plane, fell in the Potomac River, I think trying to get into Reagan International Airport. Then this fool comes on TV and says, well, it's the Biden administration's fault and the Obama administration's fault, and it's because of DEI. So now everything that happens, so we get like another outbreak of COVID or God forbid, whatever it is, it's going to be DEI. It's because of DEI. Hurricane, wildfires, because of DEI. Hurricanes, tornadoes. They kill people in these red states, these MAGA states. Oh, well, it was engineered. It's a DEI tornado. The Democrats, Biden, they engineered it in a lab. Now, that might sound silly, like I'm trying to be funny, but I wish I wasn't, because I'm not. I wish it wasn't true. This is the mentality. So, but I knew that this morning. I'm saying to myself, I woke up, saw the story, even though I saw it last night, about what happened. The helicopter, military helicopter, a Black Hawk helicopter, flew into the commercial jet. Explosion, commercial plane, I think broke in half, and the military helicopter, both in the Potomac River, icy cold water, 35 degrees. People could only survive for like max 30 minutes, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, and then you black out from hypothermia, then you die, unfortunately. Woke up this morning. Oh no, today I cut on the TV. Orange Hitler, translation, Trump blames mid-air crash on DEI. So everything he F's up, he gonna blame it on DEI, somehow. And translation, he blaming it on black folks. Even though there wasn't no black the helicopter pilot, the commercial jet pilot wasn't black. These air traffic controllers hadn't seen any, they was black, but it was DEI's fault. Somehow Obama and Biden must have, did some telepathic powers, and made the white folks that was flying the helicopter and the plane, and I did hear it was a shortage. Oh, so they didn't have enough. I think the air traffic controllers. Oh, that's DEI. That's Biden and Obama's fault. I digress. I'm not going to focus on this fool. The point I'm trying to make is that a lot of the MAGA cult has been brainwashed with the bigotry and racism and hate and misogyny and sexism. Now they've effed around. Now they are finding out that their boy don't give a shit about them either, like I have been saying. So to all the MAGA cult that are watching because they want to troll or they just like to get pissed off, I'm going to keep educating you. First of all, this whole construct, this whiteness, this construct, or it's a con game. Race is made up. It was made up in the 1680s. It's not real. Literally, it was made up by Europeans in the 1680s who didn't like each other. Just look at all the wars in the 19th century and the 1800s and the 1700s. The majority of those wars are in Europe. Those were Europeans or white people who were killing each other. Germans and Italians and the French and Russians and some of the other smaller come on, man. They fought and killed each other for centuries. It was the wealthy, like the billionaires, handful of wealthy white Europeans who try to figure out a way to basically distract the poor working class, the peasants, as they referred to them, Europeans. We got to distract them because we got to figure out a way. We want more wealth. We don't want to share any of it with them because we really don't like them. We look down at them. But let's create something called race and make them think that these dark people are the reason that they won't get a chance to be wealthy like us and have social, economic, and political power. So race has always been used. Racism, fear, bigotry, racism, which is rooted in ignorance, fear, and bigotry, along with misogyny and sexism, has always been big business. Because you pit people against each other who don't have power. So you, the selfish, greedy ass elites, and they're not those who were elite had money. Like all the billionaires are not like Elon Musk or Peter Thiel or Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. Because a lot of them are just doing it for the check. Some of them are flat out Nazi. Elon Musk, he even threw this Nazi salute up twice. But he is an open Nazi family from apartheid, Nazi mentality, Jim Crow mentality, Nuremberg laws that discriminated against the Jews in the 20s and 30s that allowed them to be slaughtered, 6 million. The apartheid form of government, the racist apartheid system in South Africa, the blueprint for the apartheid laws, and the Nuremberg racist laws that the Germans used against the Jews and the Gypsies and others in Europe. They got the blueprint from America, from America's Jim Crow laws. Hitler even sent a Nazi lawyer from Germany to the University of Arkansas in the early 30s to study America's Jim Crow laws. And wait a minute, hold on, how y'all doing that? We want to try this over here because we don't like these Jewish people. They are inferior, like the Negro. But you've got this legal document, this Constitution says all men are created equal, but you don't treat them equal. How did you pull it off? Jim Crow laws? So you came up with a set of laws, national laws that allow you to legally discriminate and allow blacks to basically to kind of almost override the 14th Amendment, which is, I'll have that conversation later. So my point is, to the MAGA cult, to the red hat wearers, poor and working class folks, white folks, and all of a sudden, and for those who now, when you buy your insulin, and your insulin is back up to $600-700 for a month, a 30-day supply, when it had got down to $35 because of the DEI hire, Joe Biden, an 80-year-old white man, he DEI, got the insulin reduced and negotiated a price to where you only had to pay $35 a month. So enjoy paying $600, $700, $800 a month, and then when you don't have the money, and then you have to go without getting your insulin shots, or you're only using half of the dosage because you're trying to stretch it out because you don't have the money. Thank your boy that you voted for. Made America Great Again, AKA Make America Great for Racist White Folks Again. That's the part that he left, that last part he left off the hat. Make America Great. Well, the whole phrase is Make America Great Again for Racist White People. Racist, rich, white Christian men in power. So that's really the whole phrase if you want to be accurate about it. But these poor and working class white people, they found out when all the federal money for all the federal programs was frozen illegally, and they were calling their congressmen and senators like, hey, what is going on? So that's what we mean in the culture, in our culture, when we say F around, and the F rhymes with duck. Take off the D and put an F. Duck around and find out. Well, you found out. So you need to wake up, because racism and sexism and bigotry is all a distraction. Not to mention to my Hispanic brothers and sisters that was running around with their MAGA hats on, that found themselves in chains, or their family members in chains, put on military jets, military cargo planes, C-17s, putting 80 people on a military plane that can hold up to 85 tons of people and equipment at almost $900,000 a flight to put on a racist show to appeal to the racist MAGA cult. In the meantime, put on the show is like a reality show to get you, the DEI, get rid of it, them unqualified N-words, and get rid of them Mexicans and them brown people that we can't stand. Oh, yeah. Oh, but wait a minute, hold on, wait, what happened? My grandbaby, no money for Head Start? My insulin is $700 a month? Oh, wait a minute, my housing voucher? The housing voucher for my trailer? They telling me they not gonna, whoa, what happened? Wait a minute. You said you was gonna hurt them N-words and them DEI folk and them immigrants, and the Haitians that was eating dogs, and the Mexicans and the Venezuelans and the Colombian drug cartel, right? All of them. MS 487, whatever the hell it is, this dangerous, Colombian gang. That was all bullshit. Racism and sexism and misogyny is catnip. It's a drug. It's more powerful than crack and heroin together. It is. Because people, man, they inject it into the public, and people just get high. They get high on their own supply, even if it's not their own. They just put it out there. But now when the real story is, because the redistribution of wealth to the billionaires away from the poor and working class folks. See, the fear is for you poor and working class MAGA mentality folks out there, or maggots, some people call y'all. Here's the truth, okay? I've been saying that these wealthy white billionaires don't give a shit about you all. They can't stand you. They have their disdain for you is almost as powerful as their hatred for black people. In a way, it's even more powerful because they understand that this system was rigged and it was never created for black folks. Why do you think they had Jim Crow laws? We had to have amendments. We had to have the 14th Amendment that said that black people who were born in America were birthright citizens. And why do you think you hear people talk, oh, we want to get rid of repeal the 14th Amendment? All right, my brothers and sisters, African Americans, be careful. Don't take glee. Don't let your bigotry, don't take glee in, well, that's what them Mexicans and them Latino men get for voting for Trump. Yeah, but trust me, if they can figure out a way to strip citizenship from black folks, they will. Promise me. If they could get away, if he could sign, I'm surprised he hadn't tried. In a way, he's tried to get rid of the 14th Amendment, but you can't get rid of an amendment in the Constitution through an executive order. The signature on a pen cannot get rid of the 14th Amendment. That's a different conversation on a different show. So, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. I am glad to be back Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, so you'll see me live Friday. If you're watching me live now, that's going to be tomorrow, or whenever you're watching Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern in Chicago, down in Houston, down in New Orleans and Memphis, up in Milwaukee, Minneapolis, it's going to be 5:30. Detroit City, East Coast time, or Eastern time, 6:30. Live in Los Angeles, up in Seattle, Portland, Oregon. The Bay Area, 3:30 p.m. live, Monday through Friday. So tell everybody, please subscribe to my channel. Spread the word for me. My media company is approaching 1,000 new subscribers. I'm about 200 and maybe 70 new subscribers away from 1,000. So please put a message on all your social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok. Record me a little bit, do a video for me. Say, hey, make sure you go to the Geno Jones Show and subscribe to his channel. Support the brother. We need more black-owned media, and my media company will begin to get checks from YouTube because they'll start running ads on my channel. I have my own ads. They'll start running ads, so it will support my media company. We have to support black-owned media. We have to support all black-owned businesses. So spread the word for me. I tell everybody to subscribe to the channel, share this and every episode, copy and paste the link, and they can put it in a text message, in an email. You can tag the show on all your social media pages, tag all your friends and followers. Please like every episode, leave your comments in the comment section for this and every episode. And when you watch me live, jump in my chat room, have a conversation with me, binge watch all my back episodes. And once again, live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Chicago, 5:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles, live in Los Angeles and the West Coast, 3:30. The Geno Jones Show brought to you by City Vibes Bar and Lounge, 9730 Dorchester Road, here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro. Big shout out to Corey and Kenya and Corey Williams. They have the big birthday and wedding anniversary celebration all in one night. So it's Corey and Kenya's wedding anniversary. It's Corey's birthday. So this is going to be like an epic event. So shout out to Corey and Kenya. Also shout out to the Crate Group, one of the top nonprofits in America. The CEO, Mr. Kendrick Bannister, the big Gullah Harambe, an event celebrating the Gullah Geechee culture, art, music, food, dance, all kind of readings. Just a great event. Three-day event next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 6th, 7th, and 8th of February, and all the events, all the venues for that weekend, free admission. So we'll talk more about that also next week. All right, shout out to everybody. Thank you, everybody. Back here with me. We're good to go. Like I said, we had a little technical snafu, but everything is audio and video is good. You know, the enemy's busy, but we rebuke Satan because he can't shut it down. He can't shut me up. Because it's my grandmother, Jean Jones, who I'm named after, said, Jeannie, tell the truth, shame the devil. So we always gonna tell the truth, shame the devil, standing on business, 10 toes down, 10 fingers down, standing on business. Because the truth needs no defense. All right, I love you, everybody. Once again, don't forget, please, spread the word for me. Tell everybody. Go ahead, text them, call them, share this episode, copy and paste the link, and tell everybody to subscribe to the channel. As the Geno Jones Show continues to grow and grow and grow, and to the point now that we're almost, like I said, about 270 new additional subscribers from crossing the threshold over 1,000 to where we'll be able to get. We'll start to get that YouTube bag. My media company will get paid from YouTube. They'll be running ads on the show. So it's important that we support Black-owned media in all of its forms, okay? All right, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you live Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'll holla.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.